Listeners, and welcome to a new episode of the Arts Roundup. I'm Natalie Howard, filling in for Lena Valverde. We've got lots of cultural news from the island of Cuba lined up for you right now, so stay tuned. British Culture Week in Cuba will open with an event that has rarely been enjoyed on the Cuban stage in recent years. The National Ballet of Cuba and Contemporary Dance of Cuba return after a lengthy break due to the COVID-19 pandemic, coming together for 2 nights only in a celebration of works galas with the pieces Danzas de Amor que se fue by Billy Cowie and Prospera by Kathy Marston, the 2 most recent choreographies created by British artists for Cuban companies and based on the literary works by Federico Garcia Lorca and William Shakespeare's The Tempest. Lovers of dance will be able to enjoy contemporary dance of Cuba's poetic, minimalist and reflective performance with a 10-woman ensemble leading a highly theatrical piece. With Prospera, Kathy Marston brings us closer to The Tempest by the famous English writer William Shakespeare. The gala has been designed to honour this fusion of British creators of 2 different aesthetic tendencies with the skills, expressive force and depth of Cuban dance. The challenges around how to build narratives focused on making gender issues visible and joint work towards the empowerment of women in cinema were some of the themes of the panel moderated by Berta Caricate at the Fresa y Chocolate Cultural Center as part of the Festival of Women Filmmakers, which ran from November the 24th to the 28th in the lead-up to the second leg of the Habana International Film Festival of New Latin American Cinema, which takes place in December. Divided into 2 spaces for debate, the first panel included filmmakers Belkis Vega, Rebecca Chavez and Gloria Rolando, who, from their perspectives and personal experiences, talked about being a woman and a creator in the context of Cuban cinema. Belkis Vega, documentary filmmaker, described the different circumstances she faced as the first woman in the 77 to take to the streets to make audiovisual reports in charge of a team of men. Immersed in the world of documentaries, her work revolved around bringing a human face to social issues that she lived through in her youth, from her role, for example, as a war correspondent, breaking traditional narratives to expose little addressed points of views in conflict situations. Rebecca Chavez narrated her journey through institutions related to cinema and the different positions she held, having to demonstrate her ability in order to break through in projects she took on. Quote, most of the positions occupied by women in the Cuban Film Institute at that time were merely informative, she said. The problems of gender and race are burning issues that remain unsolved, noted the director, about one of the thematic elements discussed in the first panel. The independent researcher and creator Gloria Rolando spoke about her work framed within the context of race, exploring the phenomena and influence of Caribbean migrations and African women in Cuban culture, which she noted should be analysed without stigma or colonial prejudice as a challenge to fight against stereotypical images of the black community. Quote, oblivion and silence surround the history of blacks in Cuba, noted the Afro-Cuban filmmaker. Meanwhile, Rebecca Chavez, the only